Did you know you have the power to transform your health and your life? After years of suffering with undiagnosed autoimmune symptoms, I found myself on an endless loop of expensive supplements, broken promises, and drive-through meals. I was a busy working mom struggling with chronic pain. I could no longer keep up with life until I decided to take my health into my own hands. I discovered the healing power of whole foods and incorporated a healthy lifestyle that is simple, affordable, and maintainable even when life gets busy. With easy, whole food meal prep, meal planning, and wellness strategies, I healed my autoimmune symptoms, regained my energy, and lost 30 pounds along the way. I discovered I had the power to change my life, and I know you have that power too. Whether you're looking to reduce inflammation, lose weight, or optimize your health, this is it. Get ready to discover the vibrant life you deserve with the Prepared for Wellness podcast. I'm Ashley Cavolo, and I can't wait to join you on this journey. Sending out a big thank you to you, my amazing listeners, for sticking by my side for 50 episodes. To celebrate episode 50, one lucky winner will win a free 30-minute power coaching session with me. In this 30-minute one-on-one session, we will meet via Zoom to discuss your health struggles and create your vision for the future. You will know exactly what your next step will be to reach your health goals. To win, simply leave a podcast review, take a screenshot, and send a copy of your screenshot to me at ashley@preparedforwellness.com or DM me. That's it. To leave a review, open the Prepared for Wellness podcast, scroll down until you see the rating and reviews section. You will see 4 stars. Rate the podcast and click write a review. I hope to see you in the free power coaching session. Hey friends, I hope you all are doing well. Happy Thursday. I wanted to let you know I have allergies going on. So if I sound like I have a frog in my throat at any point during this episode, I apologize. It is like 90 degrees outside. I'm sitting here with an iced matcha latte, and I am ready for fall. This weather can go at any time. So today we're going to talk about my 7 tips for buying healthy food on a budget. This is more of the tactical tips that you can take with you when you go shopping for these foods, rather than the typical things you hear, like buy beans, canned vegetables, frozen fruit. Those are usually the typical suggestions you hear from people, so I'm going to give you some different tactics that maybe you haven't heard before or will get you outside of that box. I know in talking to a few of my listeners, you guys really are looking for tactical tips that you can apply to daily life. I know we're all really busy, and any little ways that we can adjust things in our schedule so we can make things easier for ourselves is what we're looking for. So I'm going to try and throw in more episodes like this in the schedule. So I'll cover some more detailed topics as well, as I always do, but these are kind of more lighter. They're fun, they're tactical, and I think you'll get some great use out of the information I'm sharing. So 7 ways to eat healthy on a budget. When I first began my health journey, I did not know where to start. So I sat down and I listed out all of the healthy fruits, vegetables, snacks, things that I knew I would be excited to eat. And I looked at this list every week when I wrote my shopping list. It kept me on track. I didn't waste food. The food didn't bore me. So I highly recommend doing this if you are in the beginning of your health journey or you just need to refresh your eating routine. This really will help you stick to a list. You will certainly see less food waste. And in that sense, you're sticking to something and you're not going to buy excess groceries. The next tip on my list is pick your non-negotiables. So choosing things that you love and that make you feel good are important. Your non-negotiables can be anything from your favorite yogurt, a tea that you like, or grass-fed meats from a local farm. A few of my non-negotiables are gluten-free bread or sprouted grain bread. I always have my coconut milk and my coconut creamer on hand. I always have my fruits and veggies in the freezer for smoothies, and I always have nitrate-free meats for a quick meal. So pick up a few things that you simply cannot live without. This will eliminate pressure to buy all organic or go all out with specialty foods, and it will free up space in your budget for some of the more important things like weeknight meals and snacks for the kids that you need to focus on. And then choose where you shop wisely. So there are all kinds of alternatives out there to the grocery store, and you can save big. The grocery store might not always have things you need for specific dietary needs. Options can be limited. They may not always have grass-fed meats or affordable organic produce. So there are options out there that will save you money, and you will find some of the freshest meats and produce that you can get. So a few of these options are farmers markets, local farms, co-ops. You can shop online for some of these items. You can even get frozen items on Thrive Market. Misfits is great for produce. You can get some really great options for pantry staples on Amazon. And Sun Foods, it's great for superfood products and some healthier supplement alternatives. And another big one on my list is follow the Dirty Dozen Guide. So the Dirty Dozen is a list of non-organic produce that has been tested and found to have the highest level of pesticides. A few of these things are berries, greens, peaches, pears, peppers, grapes, and green beans. And when I look at this list, just the few I mentioned, they are the things that my kids love to eat. So we always have these on hand. A recent study found over 200 pesticides in total among the produce on this Dirty Dozens list. So that's a little scary to me to think that is being put into my child's body. So I have talked about the detrimental effects of pesticides on your health. Best recommendation is to always buy organic. However, this isn't always feasible depending on your budget and your location. So I'm giving you 3 ways that you can save money on organic produce. I suggest following the Dirty Dozen Shopper's Guide on the EWG website, and I'll share the link in the show notes. Follow this list. Anything else that's not on it, don't worry about buying organic. But I always say if you're just starting and you're really on a super tight, strict budget, just try to eat whole foods. Take the next step when you're ready to go into the organic arena. So that's my first tip. And then don't focus on buying organic for the rest of your produce. So you can save money there in the regular grocery store, buying from the conventional section. And then shop local farms and farmers markets to save money on fresh organic produce. We have an amazing farmers market here. We have quite a few local farms, and some of them even deliver. Look on Facebook, search on Google, see what you can find. If you have a co-op, that is another great option. And you can even ask some of the people who work at the farmers markets, who work at the co-op. They might have some local farms to suggest to you. And I have one tip in this area. Check the PLU sticker on your produce. Organic PLU codes will always start with 9. So that's just a quick tip for you. Following up to the Dirty Dozen Guide, follow the Clean 15 guide. So the Clean 15 produce has been tested and found to have little to no levels of pesticides. So this includes avocados, corn, pineapple, onions, mushrooms, sweet potatoes, and carrots, to name a few. They are considered safe to buy non-organic. So check out the EWG's Clean 15 Shopper's Guide for the complete list, and I'll share the link in the show notes for you as well. And another big one for me is planning meals and snacks. According to Fortune.com, the average American family wastes $1,500 in food each year. So we can stop wasting food if we just start planning our meals. And before you create your shopping list and go shopping, just take a few minutes and follow my steps to plan your meals and snacks. Give yourself the space to choose healthy meals and snacks that you know your family will love and eat. In return, you will prevent food waste, you will spend less when you stick to your list, and you will eliminate the never-ending question of what is for dinner. Step 1, invest in a meal planning menu. I have one that's magnetic from Amazon, and I just pop it on my fridge. I write out my menu every week. As the week goes on, there is a list to add things I need for the shopping list for next week. If you don't have a meal planning menu, I do have a free template for you. I'll put a link in the show notes. You just click the link and you can get that right on your screen, and you'll be able to print it out and use it right away. Step 2, choose your meals for the week. Step 3, choose your snacks for the week. Step 4, enter the meals and snacks into your meal planning menu. Step 5, take inventory of the food in your fridge and pantry. Step 6, add the ingredients needed to your shopping list. And step 7, stick to this list when you're shopping, and you will find you might save maybe $50 to $100 a week. No joke, this is what I saw when I started planning meals and I stuck to it. Of course, when I bring my kids to the grocery store, that is a different story, but I try to avoid that for that reason. So another big one, and this is my last suggestion for you, is to replace supplements with natural alternatives. In episode 42 of the podcast, I shared how I replaced expensive health supplements with natural alternatives, and I noted Americans are expected to spend more than $50 billion on supplements by the end of the year. Many people don't realize that supplements are not regulated by the FDA. Ingredient labels can be false, and supplements can have more fillers than beneficial ingredients. So of course, this means your money is being spent on false advertising and fancy packaging. So take the safe route by following a few of my tips. Replace supplements that you buy off the shelf with natural whole food alternatives. So this might look like replacing an anti-inflammatory powder supplement with fresh turmeric and adding more whole foods to your meals. So do your research. Find the whole foods, even herbs, things like that, that can be an alternative to whatever it is you're trying to improve upon. Next is read labels like you would for food. Ingredients should be recognizable. It's that simple. So check your labels. If you're not sure what an ingredient is, you probably shouldn't put it into your body. And research the company's manufacturing processes and ingredient sources. Because these supplements are not regulated by the FDA, we really don't know where the ingredients are coming from. We don't know how they're being processed. So that is a little scary. They can also be processed in other countries. We don't know what their regulations are. So you really need to do your homework before you put something into your body. And lastly, choose a few non-negotiable supplements that you can't live without and stick to those. I have a few. Mine is a clean collagen. It is by Dr. Axe. And I also use an herbal tincture for immunity. And I really love both of those. I use them every day. Those are really the only few that I use. Oh, and I'm also using a protein powder. It is clean and it has probiotics and a whole list of superfoods in it. So that is already eliminating the need for extra supplements as well. So if you can find supplements that have a few things in them, like a combination, that is going to save you some money there as well. If you ever have any questions about this topic, feel free to reach out to me. I do have some tips that I can provide. So those are my best tips. If you have some ideas, I would love to hear them so I can share them with the listeners. If you have an idea for an episode, something tactical that you could really use in your life, send me an email at ashley@preparedforwellness.com or send me Facebook message. You can also send me a DM on Instagram. I would love to get your feedback and get some new ideas. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you next week.
Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope this episode helped you in your health journey, and just maybe you learned something new. If you loved this episode, please leave a review. When you do, you are helping this podcast reach others around the world. Visit my website, preparedforwellness.com, to view my coaching offers, free recipes, and so much more. Don't forget to grab your free gift while you're there. Follow me on Instagram at Prepared for Wellness and join my VIP Facebook group, Prepared for Wellness Community. Don't miss out on the fun and special announcements.